This is Dr. Shaw-Thornburg, and what I want to do today is to show you how to access electronic resources from the South Carolina State University Library. This is actually a pretty important skill that you'll be using over the next couple of weeks as we begin working on doing scholarly research. So this is the main SESU website. What you want to do is go across the top, and there is a link that goes directly to the library. You click on that, and then you'll come to the main page for the library, and you'll notice that there are many resources here. There's an online catalog that you use to look up books. There's the interlibrary loan request form if you need a book that's located at another South Carolina library, which is a really wonderful thing. You can also get search assistance. What we want to focus on today, though, are electronic resources. So you would click on the electronic resources link, and it might take a minute for this to load up. And what will happen is you'll come to a page that says databases by subject. Now, we've been focusing mostly on African American literature, but there are all kinds of resources you can use here. This is one area where you can look. You can look at the multidisciplinary databases. There are also ebooks that you can check out, or e-journals. But for today, we're actually going to focus on language and literature, since this is for an English class. And when you come here, you'll notice that there are a whole bunch of resources that you can use. You can use Academic Search Complete, which covers lots and lots of databases, will definitely work for other classes that you're taking. There's Black Drama, and that's actually where the play for this week is posted, so that's a great resource. Black Short Fiction, Black Thought and Culture, Black Women Writers, and many other things you can use. For today, though, what I want to focus on is JSTOR, which is one of my favorite databases. And so here we are at the main page for JSTOR. You'll notice a couple of things. You can ask it to include only content that you can access. That will automatically be checked. You can also ask it to include links to external content. You can also specify what kinds of resources that you want to use, and you can also specify the specific area. JSTOR is particularly good for African American literature. I'm not going to check any of those. I'm just going to do a brief search on August Wilson, the author of Fences. So I'm going to put his name in, and notice that it says full text. That tells you where it will search. I'll also put Fences in there because I want to make sure I get a very narrow search. I don't want to see Ma Rainey's Black Bottom or some of the other plays that he wrote. So I will then click the search button, and we'll wait for the search to occur. And it comes up with a list of really great resources. Here's an interview by Bonnie Lyons on August Wilson. And you'll notice that there are a couple of pieces of information that are located here. This is a link to the article itself. There's a page scan, which means it's actually a copy of what the page physically looks like. There's also an article PDF, so that's that portable format that you can use. So I'm going to click on an interview with August Wilson, and it should open up. So this is actually a copy of what that article looks like. You could flip through it and take a look at it. If you look under Tools in JSTOR, there are a couple of things that you can do with what you have. You can save the citation if you actually have a My JSTOR account. You can also view the article as a PDF. So let's do that. And once we do that, it should open up. So it'll open up to a page that looks something like this. And this is the very first page of this article. All the information that you need to actually cite this source, all that information is right here. So there's the title, there goes the author, there goes the name of the journal, there's the volume number, the edition number, spring 1999, the page numbers, okay? And this is actually a stable URL, which means if you access that and you have access to JSTOR, you'll always be able to find it there, okay? There's some other tools that I want to point you to that you'll need to do some of the assignments for this week. You certainly could print it out, and I recommend you to do that, that you go ahead and print out your resources so you'll have them. If you're more of an electronic kind of person, the other thing I'd encourage you to do is to take a flash drive with you to the library, or if you're going to be accessing sources from your home computer, is just to go ahead and save that article. So if you scroll down, because this is a PDF, all those PDF tools will come right there. So you just click on that save icon and save your article under a title that's descriptive enough for you to recognize what it is. I use this title right here, Lyons JSTOR Interview with August Wilson, and now that will be saved on your flash drive or your hard drive if you're using this from your home computer. So that's one of the ways that you can actually save the resources that you find. Now what I want to do is to show you how to cite an article or journal article from an electronic database such as the one we're using right now, JSTOR. Here's a really great article on baseball and August Wilson's fences, and I'm going to show you a couple of shortcuts to help you. Just the little bit that's here already has enough information really for you to cite it. It's got the title, it's got the author's name, it's got the name of the journal where it appears, volume number, the edition number, the year that it was published, and the inclusive page numbers, okay? But why don't we go ahead and click on the PDF, because I want to show you an easy way to make sure you get all the information that you need. So I'll enlarge this, and what I'm going to do is to copy what's here. I'm copying that text, and then I'm going to open a Microsoft Word document and just paste that there. Okay, so that's been pasted there. And what I want to do now is to show you how you go about accurately citing articles from electronic databases. This is just a little visual from the Diana Hacker website. There are several pieces to citing articles from electronic databases. So you have to have the author's name, title of the article, which should be placed in quotation marks, the name of the periodical, volume and issue number, date of publication, page number where the article appears, the name of the database, which should be italicized, the medium, which is web in this case, and the date of access. Here we'll be using a year. This is just a visual of how things should be ordered and punctuated. This is from that Diana Hacker website. This is referenced in some of the other resources that I gave you. So what I did was to paste in the information that I took from the PDF, just so it's there for reference. And we're actually going to go through the process of citing this. So number one should be the name of the author, and as you can see, the name of the author here is Susan Koprinz. Remember, it's her last name first. Okay, and then you'll notice that there is a period here between the name of the author and the name of the article, so we'd put a period there. Then we need to put the title of the article. The title of the article is Baseball as History and Myth in August Wilson's Fences, okay? So we would put the quotation marks because that's what you use for article titles. And what I'm going to do is just to copy this. And I will put that here. They have put quotation marks around fences there, but what I'm going to do is to italicize that since I have the opportunity to do that, because that's what we do with the titles of plays, okay? Now you'll notice that the in punctuation goes inside here, so I'm going to put a period here. Okay, and then you need to put the title of the journal article, where it comes from, and our source is actually African American Review. Because it's a journal title, of course that's going to have to be italicized as well. So I will go ahead and italicize that. Okay, and then you just put a space. And you need to put the volume number and the edition number. This is volume number 40, number 2, so you would put 40.2, okay? And then in parentheses, you have to put the year it was published. This was actually published in 2006. So I will put 2006 inside of parentheses, okay? And then you'll see that there is a colon immediately after that closed parentheses. So I will put a colon here as well. And then you have to put the page numbers, and here are our page numbers. Notice that you don't copy the PP, okay? So there go our page numbers. And then there's a period, so we'll put a period in ours as well. And then you have to put in the name of the database where you got it from in italics. It's not listed here, but we know this came from JSTOR. So I'm just going to italicize and type in JSTOR. Then there's a period. See, there's a period here, so we want to do the same thing here. We got this from the web, okay? Press a period, and then you have to put the date you accessed it. Notice that it's got the day, the month, and then the year. So today is the 15th or the 14th of October, and I'm going to abbreviate October OCT, just like they did in the example citation that I gave you, and I'm going to put the year. Okay, and that is almost done, okay? There's just one more thing we need to do to make the citation look almost exactly as it should look. You'll notice that in the sample citation, every line after the first is indented a little bit, so that's actually a ½ inch. There's a really easy way to do this in Microsoft Word. Generally, you'll be at the Home button, but if you go to the very top, you can click on View, and then you can tell it to show the ruler. And now we have a ruler there, okay? So what I'm going to do is to select the second line, or if there was a second and a third line, I'd select that too. And what I will do is touch the bottom triangle and move it over to 1, because that is a ½ inch. At this point, we have a citation for an article from an electronic database that is in perfect format. So last name of the author, first name of the author, period, title of the article, which we had to fiddle with a little bit based on what we copied from the original article. And that's in quotation marks because it's an article. Then we put the title of the journal in italics. Then we put the volume and edition number. There's a little space between the title of the journal and these two numbers. We put the year of publication in parentheses, colon, page numbers, electronic database, it came from the web, and there's the date, and then we had to indent an extra ½ inch here. So that is how you do that. As a part of your assignment this week, remember that you'll need to be thinking about citations, so please do follow along with that format. All right, have a good day.